They're 6-1 on the season. Their only loss of the year was by 2 runs, 8-6, to a highly ranked team in West Monona. Whereas the Lady Vikes of AHSTW have just been hurt by injuries a lot this year, and their young players have been in slumps to start the season. They are 2-6 coming into this one, so they're looking to try and play with some of this tough teams here in this Western Iowa Conference. Here, Jack, this conference is as good as any when it comes to softball. This Riverside team is as hot as the weather might be in the middle of the week.
Yeah,
It's not right now.
yeah, and we had the privilege of covering this AHSTW team, their opener against Xira EHK Audubon, and despite losing, I mean, Xira EHK Audubon, a number 3 ranked team, and they had Sienna Christian in the circle there, and she did really good for them, and we weren't sure exactly how she would fare in this conference. I mean, I believe she had no seasons played for the AHSTW Lady Vikes until then, and she showed out great, only allowing 3 runs against the number 2 team in the state. I mean, that's impressive. And despite what their record says, this team has grit, this team has determination, and they've been doing a great job so far filling in these replacements.
That's an injury since start of the season.
Riverside Bulldogs. And now
Another
starting
injury on their hands.
first for the
Lorelei
Lady
Whaling, one of
Vikes.
just 2 seniors
Third
with
base,
Christian,
number 2, Kennedy White.
she had a lot
Adding
that hit her in the
second,
can last week.
number 0,
talked
Hallie
to her,
Goodman.
Already,
Adding third,
we had that
pitching,
interview,
number 7,
on our
Deanna
website,
Christian.
Christian.
Adding
She
fourth,
wasn't sure if
catching,
she was going to
number
be able to hit
15,
or not.
Clara Pace.
Unfortunately, she is
Adding
not in
fifth,
the
playing
batting
center
lineup.
field,
She will
number
play
9,
in the
Brooke
field at
Lee.
first base
Adding
tonight. And they
playing
have
left
a tough
field, number
opponent
1,
in the
Reese
Riverside
Knox.
Bulldogs.
Adding
First off, as I said, to
7th,
a great
playing
start.
second base,
They are
number
coming off a nice
18,
win on
Brianna
Saturday
Wood.
morning against Estherville Lincoln
Adding 8th,
Central
DP, number
at a tournament
17,
in
Natalie Stone.
Atlantic. And
Adding
the
9th,
rains
playing
came in
right
late
field,
morning. They
number
were due to
11,
play Atlantic
Susan Goodman.
later on in the day, but
And
that
at
game got
9th, playing
canceled.
first base,
So
number
Riverside,
6,
and before that,
Lorelei
they beat Missouri
Wallace.
Valley, another ranked team. So
The Lady
they've had
Vikes
2
are coached
back-to-back
by
big
Kathleen
wins in a
Baker.
row, while the Lady Vikes, they split their 2 games in the storm.
And now for the starting lineup
Saturday,
for
they
your
destroyed Harris
Riverside
State Park
Bulldogs.
10-1, but lost a close one to
Playing
against
center
East
field,
West
number 1,
by a final
Natalie
of 5-4.
Henderson. Batting
I'm
second,
really excited to see these
number
talented
11,
young
Sophia
freshmen
Miller.
pitching for
Batting
Riverside
third
and the Bulldogs. They can put it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Batting
looking
fourth,
at her stats, I mean,
number
she has been
25,
doing great
Shaker.
for this Riverside Bulldogs team.
Batting
It
10th,
shows
playing
exactly.
second base, number
So it's
5,
Riverside against AHSTW on a windy,
batting sixth,
windy
at third base, number 8,
Tonight's game is
Summer.
brought to you in part by
Batting
Brooksville,
second,
by Supplies. We'll have softball coming up after this timeout
batting
on KSOM.
and left, number 4.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Anthem here tonight in Oakland. chilly this evening. It's in the upper 60s, 67 degrees, hazy skies, winds out of the northwest at 13 miles an hour. It's actually blowing in this evening, so that will favor the pitchers. Here's the starting lineups. First for the visiting AHSTW Lady Vikes. That's the lineup that Schaefer will face, as turned in by the Lady Vikes head coach Katie Grace. Kennedy Wyman, freshman at third base, leading it off. Allie Goodman, junior at shortstop, to bat second. Sienna Christian, senior, and a starting pitcher, will hit third. Clara Pace, catcher, a freshman, the cleanup spot. Brooke Lee, center fielder, and a sophomore, will hit fifth. Reese Knott, left fielder, and a freshman, bat sixth. Brianna Wood, second baseman, and a junior, in the seventh spot at the Stokes. Designated player with Caroline Bailey, senior at first base, is a freshman hitting eighth, and Keelan Goodman, an eighth grader, right fielder, will bat ninth. On the mound, in the circle. Again, we got baseball tomorrow. It happens to all of us. We always forget, throughout the summer. We rotate so much. In the circle is Pace Shaver. 7 games so far this year and 6-1 record. She's the only one who's thrown so far for Riverside, and a very impressive 1.79 ERA in 47 innings. She has struck out 43 batters on the year, walked 18, hit 1. And Kennedy Wyman steps in on the right side. And the first pitch of the ball game is outside for ball one. He started dead on. 7 o'clock here this evening. 1 ball and no strikes to the freshman Wyman. And the pitch, and that's a line drive in right field. That's a base hit. On the second pitch of the game, Wyman drills one the other way, and a leadoff single for AHSTW.
Always great way to start off the game by getting your leadoff hitter on.
And she just hammered that ball on a nice liner to right. Here's Allie Goodman now for the Lady Vikes. They might want to do small ball here. And cheating in at third is Summers for Riverside. And there's a strike taken by Goodman, 0-1. Defensively behind Schaefer, Lily Green is in left field, Ellie Henderson in center, Casey Perkins in right, Sydney Summers cheating in at third, Hayden Schnock at short. The 0-1, there's a swing of this for strike 2. On the right side of the infield, Adeline Martins is the second baseman. Madison Kelly at first, holding on Wyman. Sophia Fenner is behind the plate. And Peyton Schaefer, the freshman pitcher, is ahead. And the 0-2 strike 3 call on the outside corner of the Goodman. There's one away here in the first inning. That'll bring on Sienna Christian, the leading hitter, leading pitcher. They have not updated their stats on bound in quite a while. So we can only give you stats through 4 games. Christian shows punt, takes the pitch, runner goes. That ball was in the dirt, and I think it was a delayed steal. So you got to call that maybe a pass ball or a wild pitch. Either way, the Vikes have a runner at second, and the count 1 ball and no strikes to Christian. Good piece of base running there by Wyman. The 1-0, a changeup, and that just misses outside by Schaefer. And it's now 2 balls and no strikes to the senior for the Vikes. And the 2-0 pitch takes that one a little low, and suddenly 3-0. So Schaefer got ahead of Goodman, struck her out on 3 straight pitches, now falls behind to Christian. And the 3-0 pitch, well, she got the green light, a swing and a miss for strike 1, a green light on 3-0. Normally you say take every time on 3-0, but they let her swing away with a runner at second. It's a miss, and now the 3-1 pitch. And that one's on the outside corner for a called strike. So Schaefer's come back to fill the count here against Christian. Trying to strike early against a very good Riverside team. Runner at second, 1 out. Christian drills one towards right center field. Anderson can't come up with it. A late run and rounding third the hole. And she was Kennedy Wyman now did not get the best jumps from second base. And a great job by Fenner to protect the plate. And the throw coming from right was there on the relay, and Riverside able to get the play at the plate. Wyman retired, and there's 2 gone here in the opening inning.
Yeah, and you're always excited to come out the gates running with one early, and just a great throw from right field from Casey Perkins, able to get her out in time.
And the first pitch now to Clara Pace is up and in for ball 1. Christian, I believe, well, she's on second base, but I think you got to give her a single, take second on the throw. 1-0 to Pace. All right. And she actually got fooled. She leaned out of the way of a strike called on the inside corner. It's even now to the freshman Pace. Pace, Wyman, Knopp, 3 freshmen that are key to this team. Swing, and it's popped up. First base side, and it's going to get out of play. Over the dugout, the AHSTW dugout on the first base side. They're getting some good cuts against Schaefer here in the first inning, although Schaefer 1 pitch away from getting out of it. 1-2, 2 outs. Runner at second is Christian. And the pitch from Schaefer. I turned Pace around a little bit, and she able to take it for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Deuces are wild now to Clara Pace. Summers still in at third. There's not going to be any bunt now. The 2-2 pitch swing, going to miss the strike. Schaefer able to get herself out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left aboard through a half inning. It's AHSTW nothing. Riverside coming to bat on KSOM.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
HSTW threatens at the top of the first inning, comes up empty. Sienna Christian in the circle on the Lady Vines. Here's the starting lineup. She'll face is turned in by Riverside head coach Lacey Patterson. Ellie Henderson, the senior, will lead it off at play center field. Sophia Fenner, sophomore, is behind the dish. She bats second. Madison Kelly, a junior at first base, will hit third. Peyton Schaefer, freshman pitcher, is in the cleanup spot. Adeline Martins, junior, at second base, will hit fifth. Sydney Summers, a sophomore at third base, will bat sixth. Kaden Schnack, sophomore, the shortstop, will hit in the seventh spot. Lily Reed, sophomore left fielder, will hit eighth. And Casey Perkins, a sophomore, is in right field, batting ninth. And that'll bring Henderson to the plate from the left side against Christian to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning. And she looks to kind of slap at it and fouls it back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Henderson hitting .286 on the year with 1 RBI on the season. Riverside wearing yellow jerseys with the sleeves being navy blue and white pants. AHSTW all in the regular Viking blue with red socks. White numbers outlined in red. That one just missed outside by Christian. It's even at 1-1 to Ellie Henderson, starting things off with the Dogs. She takes that one high and outside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. It's very difficult to get the timing down when you like to slap, jump up in the batter's box, especially from the left side. It's a little bit easier. She slaps it to short. Goodman is up with it, throws to first. Good stretch by Lorelei Whaley, and able to retire Henderson by a half a step. And there's one away here in the first.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really hard to get that timing right, like you said, Chris, but I mean, you get rewarded by coming hot out of the box. That was a really close play at first when it feels like it really shouldn't have been. I mean, she got out of the box really fast there.
That's the goal, is to hit it, make contact, and just try to run like the Dickens and beat the throw out. First pitch to Sophia Fenner is in there for a called strike. Defensively behind Christian, Reestop in left. Brookley is in center. Keelan Goodman is in right. Kennedy Wyman, the third baseman. It was Hallie Goodman making that. Let's play it short. The 0-1 changeup is high. Brianna Wood is the second baseman. Lorelei Whaling over at first. Clara Pace behind the plate. And Christian in the circle. Nope, you're fine. Yeah, sure. A 1-1 pitch is high to Fenner. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Sophia hitting .409 with 1 RBI on the season for the Bulldogs.
And
No score, bottom of the first, excuse me, Jack.
top to bottom, I mean, this spot is just amazing.
Chopper hits it short. Backhanded there by Goodman. Long throw. Get out. It was not going to be an easy play. And Goodman had to backhand it. And in the transfer, they took a little bit too much time. And that allowed Fenner to get the infield single. So a 1-out base runner will bring on Madison Kelly. So Matt, no score here in the bottom of the first. Kelly stands in on the right side. First pitch is way up high for ball 1. Riverside does not run a lot, but Fenner, co-leader on the team, is 6 steals and 7 attempts. Henderson tied with her with 6 steals. Caden Stack, 6 for 6. It's down in the lineup. That one low and inside. Snap throw down to third by the catcher. Pace and back to the bag is Fenner. Count is 2 balls and no strikes to Kelly, hitting .348. 1 homer and 11 runs batted in. Really interesting this Riverside team because Coach Patterson would like to steal more. That one just a bit high by Christian. It's 3-0. She would love to play the small ball. She would love to bunt. She would love to move runners over. But this Riverside team is more built on power, it seems like.
Totally.
They like to hit the long ball. 3-0, it's down the middle for a called strike. And Christian finally finds the zone, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike now to Kelly with the dangerous Schaefer on deck. They have about 18 home runs on the season so far this year. They're walloping it. That one's a little looper over the head. It's got Goodman in a shallow left for a base hit. Fenner has to stop at second, but Kelly gets the looper just over the outstretched mitt of Goodman. So 2 really not hard hit balls by Riverside, but they go for hits. An infield single and Kelly's looper, and that'll bring on Schaefer with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the first. First pitch to the freshman. She lofts one. Just foul down the third base side.
Kind of a lucky break there for the Bulldogs. I mean, we kind of saw what the job was supposed to be for the top 3 there, and now you got Peyton Schaefer up. And if we know anything, she knows how to tear the cover off the ball.
She's hitting .522 with 3 homers and 8 runs batted in so far this year. She can hit it to the church if she wants to. Way out in right center field. Way out. That one's in the dirt. Good block by Pace. She comes up, daring Fenner to run to third, and she has to retreat to the bag, second base bag. So a good job there by Pace. Katie Pace says is one of the leaders of this team, despite being only a freshman. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count to Schaefer. The pitch. That's ripped deep to left. Get up. Kelly is right behind her. Single star. Schaefer cruises in second. 2 double. Riverside drops. They lead 2-0.
I mean, what more did you expect from Peyton Schaefer? I mean, leading the team in hits, total bases, and average. I mean, this feels like a typical day at the dish for her.
It was almost really, I don't know if it was hard to hit. It was hit well enough, but it seems like she's got more power than
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
I mean, when she hit it, it seemed like it was almost effortless.
It was a cool 50% effort from her. I mean, and it just landed on the fence somehow.
I mean, she didn't get full contact with that swing, so it's really scary what she can do if she squares it up. Here's Adeline Martins now. This pitch is up high for ball one. Martins hitting .333 with 6 RBIs on the year. So they get a ground ball in the right spot. They get a little bloop, and then a double to the base of the wall and left by Schaefer. Off speed by Christian, floats in a little high. 2 balls and no strikes to Martins. Chance to talk with Adeline on last week. That's also on our website at westerniowatoday.com. Don't call her Addie, though. The 2-0, that's in there for a called strike by Christian. Good pitch. Throws her nickname is Liner. That's her nickname. It was done by her grandfather. Too many Addies out there, I think her grandpa probably said. Call you Liner. Lo and behold, she's a good softball player. The 2-1 pitch is up high. 3 balls on the strike to Liner Martins. Schaefer, the runner, and second. Actually, we had a courtesy runner there, but I didn't check the number. My mistake. The 3-1 now. And a swing fouled out to the screen by Martins.
Makes me wish I had a cooler nickname. There's no nicknames for Jack, Chris. There really is none.
Oh, John, maybe. That's not.
John.
Yeah, John. John for Jack. Jack for John. I don't know. Yeah, you needed it. I actually call you Mac. Swing by foul back to the screen. A foul tip. Count is full to Martins. 2-0 Riverside here at the bottom of the first. 2 outs and check that 1 out. Runner at second for Riverside. And Christian ready to deliver the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Low liner there for Martins. Christian blew it right by her for her first strikeout. 2 away in the opening frame, and that'll bring on Sidney Summers.
Oh, Sid.
Summers hitting .304 on the season, and the first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, I mean, we're 6 batters in, and I've yet to see the decline in average or the decline in total bases from this Bulldog squad. It really feels like top to bottom, they've got it all.
Summers does have a homer and 6 RBIs. That's bounced foul right by the Bulldogs dugout. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. It's Meg Haynes who's the runner at second base for Riverside. The courtesy running for Peyton Schaefer. You can courtesy run for the pitcher and the catcher. If you run for any other position, you're allowed 1 time. And great change up and a swing and a miss for strike 2. Summers way out in front of that one. Christian's had her time, had her spots. Her issue, I think, earlier in the year against Exira, and here is consistency. Coming in short. Fielded and left by Knott, rounding air. The throw is not in time and squirts away. Haynes challenged the arm down to third. The coming home and sliding in a state with Summers. 4-0 Riverside. Well, it will not be an inside the park home run, but 2 throwing errors by AHSTW will allow Summers to score. 1 error moves her to third. The other error brings her in, but she's going to get a double, and she'll get a credit for an RBI. But 2 errors on 1 play did not help the Lady Vikes' cause, so bases are empty now. 2 outs for Caden Stein. And the first pitch is right down the middle for a call.
1-5.
It was a hard ball by Summers on the ground into left field. Past Goodman. She just could not get to it. Not charged it. And the throw was just line. As a matter of fact, Hayes probably should have just smothered it and held onto the ball. Just be done with it. That one just missed by Christian. It's even out of Stock in the 1-1. It's down the middle but low. Stock getting .250 with 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. So 4 hits for the Bulldogs, and all 4 base runners come in this opening frame against the Lady Vikes. The 2-1 is high, and it's 3 balls on the strike. think you just try to get out of this inning, but Riverside is going to continue to try and pounce on the Vikes, even with 2 outs here. Tell me, take it. 3-1 from Christian. Yep. That is low ball 4. The inning continues, and the 8th batter of this bottom of the first is Lily Reed.
Let's go, Lil.
Now, Schnock, and remember, we talked to you about there's 3 players tied for the team lead with 6 stolen bases. Schnock is one of them. She has not been caught this year. And with 2 outs, she could be going. The first pitch by Christian is in there on the inside corner for a called strike. Reed inning 263 with a couple of RBIs on the year.
Pace is a great arm behind the plate. I mean, if Schnock wants to go, she'll have a challenge.
The 0-1 swing and a hard ground ball foul on the third base side. And it's now 0-2.
Schnock did go there. Let's see if she tries to hit the Jets one more time.
Not much foul ground here at the park in Riverside. If you're watching on our video feed on YouTube, powered by Nishtanet, technically awesome, then you'll notice that it's kind of typical like it is up at Fort Dodge at the state softball tournament. The 0-2 pitch, and that is low. The runner goes, and no throw at all by Pace. And Schnock has an easy swipe, her 7th of the year. 1-2 the count to Reed. Christian's got to focus her efforts there to get out of this inning. That one's outside, bounces in the dirt, and it's even at 2-2. One out infield single for Fenner. Madison Kelly with a blue pit. Then Schaefer drilled one to the wall and left. After a strikeout, an RBI double, a couple of errors. Runner goes to third. Throw. Oh, the throw beat her, but they didn't get the tag on. The umpire said safe. And a brave move. Schnock steals third. Never want to make the third out at third base. But Schnock back-to-back steals. And now she's about 60 feet away, and the count is full to Reed. Still 2 outs here in the first inning. Christian trying to get out of this mess. And the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called in the corner. Throws Lily Reed, and that will retire the side. Riverside comes away with 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, 1 left aboard. Through the first. 4-0 Riverside over AHSTW on KSOM.
Today.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
By Hertz Welding and by Brumley Supply. Mark Lee will lead things off for AHSTW. Riverside erupts in the opening frame. They don't get any dingers, but a couple of doubles. Lee takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Good pitch by Schaefer that time as she just ate a little piece of the plate, not much. There's another one on the outside corner. 0-2 to Lee. Boy, she is nicking the outside corner. That first one I thought was almost way outside. That second one was perfect. The 0-2 pitch now to Lee. Now she has to duck out of the way of that one. 1-2 now. The Vikes just have not been lucky this year. 2 players, Kendra Hansen and Bella Lamb, who were thought to be starters. That one swung on and fouled back to the screen. 1-2. They are, of course, out for the entire season. Now Lorelei Whaling, who was one of their leading hitters at the start of the season, batting over 350. Now she can't hit. A high, hard one and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Schaefer. One away in the second for Reese Knopf. And Lorelei talking to her about this Viking team. It's the first pick that ups in there, snaps the bit of Fenner for strike 1. Players like Knopf and Wyman and Pace, 3 freshmen, they all have to get things together, look to be key players. And there's a strike call on the inside corner by Schaefer, and it's quickly 0-2 to Knopf. They were both, after their first 4 games, they were both below 200. There's a all strike 3 on the outside corner. And Schaefer is just finding spots. 4th strikeout for Peyton Schaefer. She has struck out 3 in a row. Here's Brianna Wood with 2 outs. First pitch to the left. There's a strike at the knee. Keep rocking it, Paige. She has the Lady Vikes frozen right now. He's working those pitches. They're dipping and diving. There's a fastball and a swing. Wood able to get a piece of it. Fouls back to the screen. And it's 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, just one of those good pitchers. Well, where not everything's going to be right down the middle, and you definitely have to make that adjustment and expect to kind of go out of your comfort zone and hit some pitches on the edges.
0-2, and that one wasted just a little bit outside, but Schaefer again didn't miss by a lot. 1-2 now to Wood. And the pitch, and that squirts foul right behind the catcher, Fenner, and Wood stays alive. 4-0 Riverside here in the top of the second inning. And Schaefer has been dominant after giving up a hit in the first. And a strike to list. He strikes out. She struck out 5 of the first 7 batters she faces so far in this game. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Vikes. We go to the bottom of the second. 4-0 Riverside here on KSOM.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic. And then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Nothing Riverside, bottom of the second we go. So final reported in from Council Bluffs. Atlantic has beaten Lewis Central. Game 1 of their softball doubleheader, 5-3. Second place was on the line in that ball game. Coming into tonight's play, Atlantic had a 1-game lead over LC in the standings, with Preston and Clorinda at the top of the Hawkeye 10. Casey Perkins will lead things off for Riverside, and she takes the first pitch a little low for ball 1. Perkins, the only player for Riverside who didn't hit in the first, batting an even 200 with 1 homer and 2 runs batted in. The 1-0. Boy, she got a good cut. And jumping out of the way of that ball liner was Ellie Henderson in the on-deck shoot.
It's just one of the downsides of these closed-in fences. I mean, you always got to be on the lookout when you're inside the circle.
1-1 to count to Perkins. It was just out in front of that, but she hit it hard. This is your 9-hitter hitting the ball like that. There's a changeup, and it's a squibber right in front of the plate. Good play by Pace, who comes up and throws a bullet to first to retire Perkins for out number 1. Let's go once. Kind of a swinging bunt. The wheel all hit the dirt and just started spinning around in a circle. Stayed right where it was.
Yeah, made it easy for Pace there. She just had to walk a few feet and easy throw to first to get the out.
Top of the order now, and Ellie Henderson, she pops it up on a Little bunt attempt. It's kind of a swinging bunt. It goes to third. Wyman comes in and makes the play for out number 2.
This is the inning you want to have, Chris, after kind of an unfortunate inning in the bottom of the first. I mean, you're worried after an inning like that, and then your pitchers kind of get shaken up, your defense starts making more mistakes, but they're showing that they're doing a lot better.
First pitch to Fenner. There's a strike called on the inside corner. Sophia started that rally in the first with an infield single to short. Goodman had to backhand the ball. Fenner able to beat out the throw to first, and that started a 4-run explosion. The 0-1 is in the dirt. Fenner thought about offering. Instead, she held it back. 1-1 the count. It's Riverside. I mean, we talked about Ellie Henderson, mentioned Ellie Henderson, Sophia Fenner. They play in every single sport. I don't know how they practice. I don't know how Fenner can hit 400 when she's busy doing track, when she plays basketball. Same thing with Ellie Henderson.
It's like 1 week you're putting down the basketball, the next you're putting down the spikes, and the next you're picking up the bat.
1-1 was outside. Now the 2-1 is popped up for play. On the first base side, it's even now a 2-2.
That landed in a shopping bag over on the right side. I think that is inside the shopping bag. We're going to see if it's in. It is in the shopping bag. The guy pulls it out. And now he's holding on to it. That was a swish.
That bat's in the bag. Fenner lifts that one in a shallow left circle, changing high, and not cannot get there. That's going to be a base hit for Fenner. See, it is in the bag. Fenner is 2 for 2. Just a soft little liner, hit it a shallow left center. Knopping left, Lee in center could not get there. And it's a 2-out base hit for Madison Kelly. She shows bunt, and the ball's dropped by Pace. Fenner took off. Will be a stolen base for Fenner. Runner at second, 2 away, and the pitch was ruled a ball. 1 ball with 2 strikes to Kelly. She got a bloop hit her first time up. Swing, there's a little bloop in foul ground, but backing up is Wyman at third in foul territory. She will make the catch, and that will retire the side. For the Bulldogs, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left aboard through 2 complete. Your score, 4-0 Riverside over AHSTW here on KSOM.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Since 1952, the family-owned Mertz Welding has provided quality welding and fabrication in Carson. They specialize in rebuilding and remanufacturing everything from light to heavy equipment with a variety of machines and welders. There isn't a job Mertz Welding can't handle. For more information, stop in at the shop in the west end of Broadway in Carson or give them a call at 712-484-3821. Mertz Welding is a proud sponsor of Riverside Athletics.
One of the things I like about this Riverside ballpark, you don't have a press box. They have a press deck. It's not really a press deck. It's really a scoreboard deck. On the third base side, right in front of their dugout, it's a little deck. They built a scoreboard action. 4-0 Riverside as we go to the third. Right now, so that with Stover, team for AHSTW. A 59 rivalry. Let's take a short trip up north on Highway 59. You'll run smack dab into Avoca, about 15 miles away. It's 2 rivals. First pitch, Stokes rips it foul on the first base side. Past the on-deck circle, between the on-deck circle and the coach. The first base box. That got the dugout's attention. Not that it went to Stokes, the designated player. Schaefer has struck out the last 4 batters he's faced. Stokes rips one up into the air, though, in a shallow right center. Still charging hard is Henderson, and she gets there to make the catch for out number one. Well, a hard hit ball by Stokes, but it stays up into the air, and that wind is not going to help matters. One away for Keelan Goodman, 8th grader for the Vikes. She's thrust into the lineup with the injury to Whalen. The first pitch to Keelan is just outside for ball one. These two teams are well familiar with one another here in the Western Iowa Conference. One of the shortest trips in the entire conference. There's a little pop on the first base side, foul. Bounces right in front of the Vike dugout. No chance for Kelly. And 1-1 to Goodman. Just got to admire what both of these teams have been able to accomplish in athletics over the years. And really, Riverside this year it's just been a spectacular run. The 1-1 pitch is outside. Riverside had a great track and field season, both boys and girls. The golf teams were competitive as well. 2-1 pitch is fouled out of layup play. And it's now 2-2 to Goodman. And really, the Lady Vikes would have had a good girls track and field season if not for the injury to Bella Lang. She could have won a couple of state titles if she had been healthy. 2-2 here. Oh, and a strike. 3 call. What a perfect curveball that time. The bottom fell out of that pitch from Schaefer. And Goodman could only just look at it and go back to the dugout. What a great pitch. Strikeout number 6 for Schaefer. 2 gone, nobody out. Top of the order, and Kennedy Wyman. First pitch is way up high for ball one. Wyman singled her first time up, but she was thrown out at home trying to score. 4-0 Riverside. Swing, and there's a drive hit up into the air to center field, but Henderson, who was playing her more to right, and she hit it to right. This time it hung up into the air. Henderson tracks it down, and that will retire the side in the third. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Vikes. Kill the bottom of the third inning. 4-0 Riverside here on KS.
For farm supplies, see Brumley Supplies in Carson. General farm supplies, nuts and bolts, just about everything you need to get whatever is broke on your farm fixed. Need a new hydraulic hose belt? Brumley Supply can do that for you. Maybe you just need a couple of adapters or fittings. They can handle that too. Conveniently located just outside of Carson. Give them a call at 402-680-5471. For all your farm supply needs, Brumley Supplies in Carson.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
So we go to the bottom of the third inning. Riverside in command 4-0. And Peyton Schaefer will lead things off. First pitch from Sienna Christian is outside of the dirt. Ball one. We got baseball tomorrow, and we'll be in Avoca as AHSTW entertains Tri-Center. Baseball game tomorrow night, scheduled 7 o'clock. Probably actually, it's actually 7:30. That pitch a little high. 2 balls with no strikes to Schaefer. She ripped one to the wall and left her first time up against Christian. And Christian into the line here. There's a strike right at the knees. 2-1 to Schaefer. She is going to be a talent before her career is over. Matter of fact, she's a talent now, but she's going to be a superstar. So she checks swing on a ball in the dirt. The appeal down to first. She does not go around. 3-1 to Schaefer.
She doesn't spend much time in the dugout, Chris. I will say that. She's always out there.
She's not an overpowering pitcher from what I could see early on, but she's got a deadly curveball. 3-1, and that's high ball forward. The Schaefer gets a leadoff walk. Probably see Haynes pop her head out of the dugout. And indeed, it looks like Haynes will come on to run for Schaefer, and that'll bring on Adeline Martins. So I had a chance to talk with Martins last week. She definitely wants to play college softball. She's only a junior, but this is a prime time. This is really, if you're a junior, this is the year you have to perform. That first pitch is fouled back to the screen. It's nothing and one. Because Iowa is the only state in the entire country that plays their baseball and softball in the summer. Everybody else, they try to fight through the rain and maybe even some snow in some areas in the spring. The 0-1 pitch, and there's a called strike from Christian, and nothing to 2 down to Martins. So, and because Riverside also, they don't have that many seniors on their club, so Martins has taken a leadership role. The 0-2 pitch is high. It's 1-2. She says, really everybody on the team sort of leads, but I think Martins has kind of been a natural-born leader, and they kind of look to her maybe more than some of the other groups. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, low and inside. Good block by Pace. That keeps Haynes at first. 2-2 to Martin. 4-0 Riverside with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. The pitch, that's Sky to shallow right. And not getting a good jump is Caitlin Goodman. It's in there for a hit. Goodman gets it to second base. Good piece of base running by Haynes. She had to hold up to see if somebody would catch that. But Wood did not go back at second. And Goodman did not get a great jump coming in from right. So it's a bloop hit for Martins. Little Texas leaguer, 2 on, nobody out for Sydney Summers.
She's kind of in that awkward spot in right field, Chris, where you really have no clue as a base runner what it's going to do.
Summers takes the first pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Summers hit one past the shortstop Goodman into left field. Eventually got an RBI double. 2 errors allowed a run to come in when she was at the plate. The 0-1, a changeup by Christian is up high. It's even at 1-1 strike. Riverside, right now they lead 4-0 and have nobody out. 2 on. Danger of blowing this one out of the gates early. Off-speed pitch, and it's way up high over the head of everybody behind the plate and back to the screen. Pace tracks it down up the first base line, but the runners easily move up. Wild pitch for Christian. And a count 2-1. Now to Sydney Summers. Does have a homer this year. Pitch, and a liner back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. She doesn't need the homer. Scoring is Haynes. Martins right behind her. A 2-run single. It's 0 Riverside.
I mean, wow. I mean, just excellent contact off the bat there. And, you know, when you got 2 ducks in the pond, you always love to take that.
Seemed like that was right off the end of the bat, too.
Totally.
At the very tip of the bat, and she used her strength to power it into center field. First pitch to Kaden Schnock is low in the dirt for ball 1. So Summers has 3 RBIs on the night, and now 9 for the year. 1-0 the count to Schnock, who walked her first time up. And takes one. There's a strike called at the knees from Christian, and it's even now 1-1. Like another one who plays all sports. Sommers was a great player on the volleyball team that went to state in the fall. There's a strike call by Christian. Good pitch on the outside corner, throws Schnock there, 1-2. Schnock was a key runner in the relays. Maybe they're on the side. I don't think Sommers did. Tracking fielder now. On a 2 to Schneid. That's low. Good block by Pace. It's even at 2-2. Martins ran track. I mean, top to bottom, these kids are just energy. And as I mentioned, Riverside, they went to state volleyball. They had a winning girls basketball team, second in the conference. Here's a little slow rolling to third. Wyman up with it, throws to first. And in time, it was a high throw. Good job by the veteran Whaling to hang on to the ball and keep her foot on the base. That retires Schnock for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and you really have to know where you are as a first baseman when reaching up for a catch like that. I mean, it gets to a point where it's so high, you kind of forget where the bag is. And I mean, that just shows how experienced as a first baseman she is, just being able to place where the bag is.
First pitch to Lily Reed is up high for ball one. Summers takes second on the throw. That was the only play for Wyman. Reed struck out looking to end the first inning. 6-0 Riverside, 2 runs already in this third inning. That one's in the dirt, and Pace cannot prevent Summers from taking third on the wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the inning. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Reed. He's looking for a third RBI of the year. Pitch. That's a high pop-up, shallow left, going back. And out back onto the field, taking second is Reed, scoring is Summers, and it's 7-0 Bulldog.
It's just one of those mistakes you really want to put behind you as a team and really hope it doesn't shake your pitcher, and just hope you can keep playing softball out there and not make too many more of those mistakes. Also, you see Anna Christian get a talk from the head coach. That is Katie Pace, mother of catcher Clara Pace. And we'll see if they can make any adjustments. We'll see if they can minimize these mistakes we've been seeing in this one.
That's the third error of the ball game for AHSTW.
Kind of just an unfortunate combination of great bats and unfortunate mistakes from this Lady Vikes defense. And I mean, it's really just tough to see as a ball club when, you can't really get your glove on the ball like that. And you just really hope for the best that you can make amends and fix those problems.
So Reed is the runner at second. 3 runs in the inning, 1 out. Casey Perkins, the 9-hitter, now batting for Riverside. They picked the extra point. That's a loper into left center. That's going to be a base hit. Boy, the ball deflected off the left fielder knob, and it came right between the 2 outfielders. They just stood and looked at it. And scoring easily is Reed, and it's now 8-0 Riverside. Little confusion there in the outfield. Well, that's got to be an error, because a run came in. And Perkins down to second. So the second of the inning. Here's a little bunt down towards first base, down towards the circle. Fielding it is Christian. She'll throw out Ellie Henderson at first base. And the runner advances to third in Casey Perkins. That was a swinging bunt that time by Henderson of the slap hitter. So 2 outs. And that'll bring on Sophia Fenner. Fenner is 2 for 2. And the first pitch is up high for ball 1. So a big 4-run inning again here for Riverside. And they have a runner at third and 2 away. Fenner, single, run score. Stolen base. There's a strike at the knees. 1-1 to Fenner.
One of my favorite things about Christian is that she doesn't ever really lose composure. She always feels like the same pitcher, no matter what the score is, no matter what her and the Lady Vikes have been through. She always is managing to hit her spots well.
1-1 pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. Good pitch there, 1-2. Well, she throws strikes. And she had some issues with walks early on in that first game against Xavier HK Ottoman that we saw, but that was their first game. That was their first pitch game of the year. 1-2. That's parted ball. Back up the little base hit for Fenner. Perkins trots home, and it's 9-0 Riverside.
If I'm not mistaken, Chris, I believe we'll run one run off the mercy rule as it changed in between seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
It would be the
fourth inning. Okay.
So the top of the next inning, if they score another run, it would be 10-0, and AHSTW would have to score in the top of the fourth, otherwise the game is over. That was in the dirt, scorched away, and down the second goes Fenner on the wild pitch. So you're right, essentially, but it used to be 15 runs after 3, and then 10 runs after 5. Now it's 10 runs after 4, or 8 after 5 or 6. So we're getting close. 1-0 is in the dirt, low. 2 balls with no strikes to Kelly, who is the 9th batter of the inning for Riverside. Kelly is 1 for 2. And Christian is ready for the 2-0. Oh, there's a good changeup. That's her best changeup of the night. And it froze Madison Kelly there for strike 1. What a beautiful pitch.
Yeah, definitely. Great frame though by Clear Base 2, really hurting it in order to appeal to that hitter.
The 2-1. There's a hard hit ground ball to second. Squeezed Mitt Wood. Throws to first in time. They get Kelly, and now we'll retire the side. But Riverside strikes for 5 runs. It comes on 5 hits. There were 2 errors, 1 left aboard. We go to the 4th. No 10-1 rule now. It's 9-0 Riverside. Back after this on KSOM. Little information.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Top of the 4th, I should say. And it's 2, 3, and 4 for the Lady Vikes. Sienna Christian and Clara Bates. And they need runs, 9-0 Riverside. If the Lady Vikes cannot score in this half inning, then Riverside would only need 1 run bottom of the 4th to end it. So Goodman will stand in against Peyton Schaefer for Riverside. Riverside team is going to be tough this year. I'm like Bizarre World or something that they're not ranked. Here's a hard hit ground ball to third. Play is Summers. Perfect strike to first. What a great play by Summers. Really, it was a routine play, but she made it look easy. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the 4th, and they'll bring on Sienna Christian.
And as you say, that is surprising. I mean, I think I've yet to see a flaw out of Riverside so far this game. I mean, we allowed a few runs. I mean, not runs, I mean bases. But other than that, it's been great.
First pitch to Sienna Christian is a little high for ball 1. I mean, they won 20 games a year ago. But they only made it to the regional semis when they lost to Earlham last season. So Caroline Martin's talking to her. It's like, we knew that we were going to be good coming into the season. We expected to be good. Schaefer gets a strike on the inside corner. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing, and that's a liner up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Christian. Good piece of hitting there. She's 2 for 2. Third hit for the Vikes. Runner at first, one out for Clara Pace. Today's game brought to you by Brumley Supplies and by Mertz Welding. Pace 0 for 1. She struck out to end the first inning for the Lady Vikes. They had 2 on. Remember, Wyman, well, not really 2 on because Wyman was thrown out trying to score on the hit by Christian in that first inning. They had 2 on at 2 different times. Want to see. There'll be a test later. Pace finally able to step into the box. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike from Schaefer. Schaefer at one point struck out 4 in a row. She has 6 strikeouts in the ball game. And I like her curveball. And she throws hard too. That puts a strike on the inside corner on the fastball. And it's 0-2 now to Pace. These teams will be busy this week playing games. That one's way high, 1-2 now. For Riverside. They were hoping to play Atlantic on Saturday, and Coach Patterson told me, he's like, we'd like to reschedule that, but we don't think it's going to happen. 1-2 is a little high. It's even out at 2 balls, 2 strikes. They'll play ICANN Manning tomorrow. That's north, and they got to go on the road. The Athletics on Wednesday. That Tri-Center Thursday. As Curtis Falls blocked at third by Summers, picks it up. For first, Pace hit it. She hit it hard, and Summers did a great job to get a glove on that ball. It stayed put right on the dirt. She swung around, pretty much almost like did a 360. Came back, grabbed the ball, made a throw. Nearly got the play out. It's an infield single for Pace. Christian down to second. 2 on, 1 out for Brooke Lee. First pitch in there, first strike.
Seeing a lot of life from the Lady Vikes here, whether it's on the base pass. I'm also looking at that dugout there. They're as vocal as ever in this one.
Riverside's last game of the week Friday is their best one, really by record. Trainer. Swing, there's the swing and a miss by Lee, and it's 0-2. For the Lady Vikes, after tonight, they host Tri-Center tomorrow. Thursday, they're at Loma. It's like almost 2. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Straight pitches, 7 strikeout for Schaefer, 2 away for Reese Knopf. I think they might be playing 2 on Thursday, and then they got to go at Zaire EHK Audubon on Friday. Their toughest games later part of the week. First pitch to Knopf is bounced foul on the third base side, 0-1. 9-0 Riverside with a lead over AHSTW. Lady Vikes at 2 on, 2 out for Knopf. The 0-1. Frozer in there for a called strike from Schaefer. Good pitch. Right now, AHSTW needs some production from the bottom part of their lineup. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and pop back. Nice catch by a fan. Give that fan a contract.
It was beautiful. It wasn't too hard of a hit, but, I mean, he made that look effortless.
That line was said by a public address announcer in Baltimore, the Baltimore Orioles. Every time a fan caught a foul ball, he'd say, give that fan a contract. 0-2 pitch is swung on foul back to the screen. It's 0-2. Guy by the name of Rex Varney. This guy's name. You don't usually hear of a former major leaguer who's a public address announcer. You're former major leaguers who were like radio announcers,
Yeah,
right?
that is interesting.
You know, the 1-2 pitch is high to Knopf, 2-2 to count. Rex Varney was a pitcher back in the days, Jackie Robinson and such back in the 40s, 50s with the Dodgers. Here's a hard hit ground ball to short, fielded by Chicken Price to first in time to get Knopf, and that will retire the side in the 4th. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Riverside needs 1 run and the game. Back after this on KSOM.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Hank Schaefer will lead things off for Riverside. Here we live of the fourth inning, 9-0. Leading AHSTW. Tomorrow we'll see the Vikings baseball team. They host the Trojans at the Tri Center. Western Iowa Conference by Circuit at 7 o'clock tomorrow night in Avoca. That baseball game. Tom Robinson will have Atlantic softball tomorrow night as they battle Preston. Duck, member of the Atlantic Softball Hall of Fame. So Schaefer will lead things off for the Dogs. In the fourth, they're going to only need one run to end the game on a 10-run rule. First pitch from Sienna Christian is a little high for ball one. Schaefer, a 2-run double in the first, walked in the third. Courtesy runner has scored twice. Christian checks her wristband for the pitch call. That one floats outside and low. Ball for those strikes to Schaefer. She ended with one swing of the bat. She's got 3 homers so far this year. A good pitch to hit one out of the yard, too. A 2-0. And she got, didn't she?
Yeah, definitely.
Fouls it back to the screen. It's 2-1 to Schaefer.
And all things considered, this will probably be her biggest threat in this bottom inning. So, I mean, if she gets past Schaefer, I mean, you might be able to keep this game going.
That's the hope for the Vikes. The 2-1 floats way too high, but she does not want to put the leadoff runner aboard. 3-1 the count to Schaefer. But she doesn't want to put it in her wheelhouse either. Tremendous power, the 3-1. Popped up, and it'll get out of play. Foul. Youngster over there says, put his hands on his head.
He's taking shelter.
Yeah, he was taking shelter under his hands. That's about the same thing I did on the golf course at one time. It doesn't work, let me tell you. The count is full to Schaefer. And the payoff. In the dirt. And the leadoff batter is aboard. You just have to respect the power of Schaefer. You really do. She hit one over the head of everybody, and it stayed in the yard first time up. And now Haynes will represent the winning run at first base, and here is Liner Martins.
Might I mention that one hit she did? I mean, it looked effortless for her. I mean, it almost looked like a check swing.
Yeah.
And she just ended up at the fence so casually.
Yeah, it was just like she hit one to the fence, and she didn't use her full extent of her power. First pitch, a fastball way high for ball one. Martins a loop single in the third. She's 1 for 2 with a run scored. 9-0 Rivers in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-0 from Christian. Trying a breaking ball, and there's a strike on the outside corner. A pitch from Christian, 1-1. I almost wish he'd use that a little bit more often. It's a tough pitch to master, though. I've seen other softball pitchers try to use it. 1-1, and she misses way outside. 2-1. Sometimes you throw that pitch, and it can actually hurt a pitcher. Not hurt the arm, but actually hurt her, how she's throwing. If she's throwing fastball, then suddenly you throw a changeup, and you exerted a lot of energy, and it kind of screws you up. The 2-1 is 3-1 the count to Martins. So you have to learn how to pitch it in the same motion as you do all your other pitches. Work it into the mix. The 3-1 in the dirt, and Christian has walked the first two batters of the inning. Only the third walk allowed. When it comes, and maybe perhaps the worst. Check that fourth walk. It's come at the worst time.
That's
And
it.
Haynes on its second, representing the winning run. Nobody out for Sydney Summers. And the first pitch to the tall right-handed hitter is low for ball one. Summers can whack it too. I mean, she's got power. Shows that off in volleyball season. She's got 3 RBIs tonight. Swing, and there's a line drive in the left. That'll go all the way to the wall, and that'll end it. Sydney Summers, a walk-off RBI double, and Riverside's going to win 10-0. Technically, Haynes and Martins both score, but it'll only be one run credited there. And Riverside walks it off and wins this one in an hour and 5 minutes. And Sydney Summers drives in 4 on the evening for the Riverside Bulldogs. They go to 7-1 of the season. AHSTW falls to 2-7. Final score here tonight in Oakland: 10-0. Riverside with the win. That rest things up here on KSOM.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Music and the best in sports. And tonight, Riverside was definitely the best, Jack. 10-0. And the game shortened by the 10-run rule in 4 innings. And they improved to 7-1 of the season, and they are looking good.
I mean, it's awesome to finally see a team in action that you've been hearing about. And the Riverside Bulldogs here making the drive worth a 10-0. And those bats were really going for them. I mean, you can look at a team's record and you'll see that they're 6-1, but you never really see the full story until you see them in action. And today it was honestly just an honor to watch this ball team go out and get excellent at bats, get excellent hits, and keep the action going.
Well, we're going to see him again. I reworked our schedule a little bit, and I decided to go up to Missouri Valley and broadcast the Riverside game when they play the Big Reds in a rematch, and that could be for the Western Iowa Conference title. Could be. Now, there'll be other teams that have a say, and that trainer will be one of them. Certainly, Xyri HK Audubon will be another. Those seem to be the top 4 teams in the conference, and it's going to be fun to see how it all goes and how it comes together. But the line totals in this ball game for HSTW: no runs, 4 hits, 4 errors. They leave 3. Riverside 10 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They leave 3. Schaefer, the winning pitcher, at 7-1. Sienna Christian takes the loss. Time of the ball game is 1 hour and 5 minutes. Riverside now 7-1 of the season. Lady Vikes fall to 2-7. Now Lorelei Whaling talking to her and says, we just need these young players to come around, and we know we're not the best team in the conference, but we know that we can play. with some of these other teams. But we just need young players to come around. We need the breaks to come our way. We need to create our own breaks. Pretty much what you kind of said to summarize. Right now, she's breaking a finger. That's the only break going that way on a liner back. She and Hallie Goodman last week pitched a perfect game for AHSTW, but in the process, Maylene had her finger busted up on a liner back up the middle, and now she's out of the lineup. So this team is trying to scratch together a lineup with some younger pieces. It's just not coming together. So they'll try to rebound a little bit this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those seasons, I mean, where it doesn't seem like much is going your way. I mean, it's a combination of injuries and unfortunate mistakes that you make on the field, and you really just hope to scratch something together and come away with the experience needed to keep carrying on.
So they will try to do that this week. Both teams are going to be busy throughout the week, and we will be busy on the air as well. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to be in Avoca, but we'll be covering baseball as the Vikings of AHSTW will be battling the Trojans of Tri-Center in a Western Iowa Conference showdown. That's a 7 o'clock first pitch. All the action here tomorrow on KSOM. That's going to wrap up our coverage here tonight. For Jack McKee, this is Chris Varney signing off from Riverside High School. Reminding you the final score. It's Riverside 10 and AHSTW 0. Good night, everybody, from Oakland, Iowa, here on KSOM.